Now, as we play with this editor, we're going to get you set up to what I'm going to ask you to do in exercise 3. First and foremost, let's go ahead and just add a simple little, this is a heading 1, and very similar to what we did in Dreamweaver. This allows you to highlight it and make a change to it. Now, first of all, if I jump to the source, realize when I typed it, it automatically put it into a paragraph format. So let's get that out of here. Let's highlight this. And to come change that, you can come up here to the paragraph format. And you'll notice there's heading styles, there's normal, so there's a few in there. So let's choose heading 1. And voila, it changes to a heading 1. Let's go to the source. So now you can see, indeed, this is a heading 1 element. Very simple. All right, now when I press enter, again, I'm just going to jump to the source code. You will notice, oh, it makes a new paragraph just like Dreamweaver did. So let's go back out. All right, so let's just type in, this is a paragraph. Yeah. When I press enter, it keeps that going. I now have a blank paragraph, and notice it's using the entity code for a space. All right, so let's do the following. We'll type in the following is an unordered list. All right, I suppose I'll spell it right here. Okay, on the next line, come up to here, you'll notice there are a couple buttons here for lists. So I'm going to go to the unordered. And there we go. So generically, item 1, item 2, item 3. And when I press enter a second time, it kills the list. Now let's go back into source code and you will see it puts all the proper code for you. How nice is that? Now let's go ahead and do the following. I'm going to kind of copy this, still copy and paste. Let's change this to an ordered list. And underneath this one, I'm going to insert a numbered list. And again, let's just do item 1, item 2, item 3, press enter twice just to show you how that works. So let's go back into the source. And you can see these are all the basic elements. Now let's go ahead and add another couple items here. You will notice, I'll point out the obvious ones, there is a div element. All right, so you can do a couple things. If I click on div, it's going to ask me, okay, what style? Nothing set, but there is one called special container, so we'll do 2 of them here in a second. So I'm just going to click OK. Now, you really can't see anything, but what you'll notice if I go to the source, a division was put in there, and it includes by default a paragraph. Remember, division is just a special container. Now, the cool thing is this. In here, there is a little option right called Show Blocks. So when I click this, you can now see that it's showing different blocks of code. So you can see, oh, there is my division. Oh, very nice. Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go back into my source code. I'm going to delete this out of here. All right, let's go back into the source, and I'll press enter twice after the last bullet or last numbered item. This time, let's do a division, and let's choose the special container one. So when I click OK, now you can really see that that's a division. In particular, if I go to the source code, you will see that this division also had an inline style applied to it. So you will see that it will do some of those things in adding styles. Now, we really wouldn't want the style in here because we would prefer to control it through the style sheet later on, but you can easily insert a division. Now let's do a last couple things here. While I'm inside this division, let's go ahead and add a hyperlink. Right, now, a couple things you can do here. First of all, the easiest way is let's make a link to Google. So type in the text first, then highlight the text, go to Insert Link, and then type in www.google.com. Now, what you will notice is it's going to give the protocol for you automatically. Now, either one of these should work for Google, but I know it's an HTTPS. Look up here, URL. Or is it a link to an anchor in a text page? Or is it an email address? Because there are subtleties to it. We'll leave it as URL. We'll click OK. and there's your hyperlink. Now, let's add one more and show you the other option. So let's just do MSN. I know it's a short address. Insert a link, and we'll do www.msn.com. And again, HTTP or HTTPS will both work probably for most of these modern sites. But look at the target. So in the target, I can go ahead and choose, oh, let's do a blank so it's in a new tab. Even though it says new window, it defaults to new tab. So click OK. Perfect. Now, the one thing you can do in this editor is you can actually preview. So there's two of them here. One says preview, open in the same window. The other says preview, open in a new window. Well, they both work together. They both will open in a new tab. So let me click this first one. And you can see, oh, there is my web page. There's no title. No big deal. I'm not going to have you add a title in this document. I'll have you do it when you transport it over to Google, your repo. So let me close this up. So this is a basic editor. Now, what I want you to pay attention to is pointing to so many of these things gives you a description on what it does. And our next video will talk a little bit more about some of these formats and how it affects your document in the code.